Alright. There we go. Sorry about that. I completely forgot I hadn't grabbed my mic from the other side of the room, and we need to refresh my webcam because I went and flipped it off when I actually unplugged that when I was unplugging my thing from my webcam. There we go. We're back. Alright. So we are here. We're about 10 minutes away from the announcement for the 2026 championship format. Saw they had a press conference for today, so I decided I would make sure I was here live with you guys. So welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time, and yeah, we are gonna be getting the championship format here shortly. So again, we got I've got a pre-game. I've got a pre-stream poll that I put in chat about 2 minutes ago. Basically just asking what format you guys are most hoping for. I put in 3 of what I think are probably the most likely options that we're about to find out, but I also left other in there in case maybe you have an outside the box idea that you're hoping for. Although I wouldn't get too hopeful because outside the box I would not be I wouldn't count on NASCAR being too far outside the box. In fact, I personally think that the full season points format might be a little too far outside of the box for NASCAR's sake, but hopefully, we should find out in about 10 minutes. They'll be starting their live stream to let us all know what the format is. Again, I personally like the 10 race chase because I think it all but eliminates the championship being locked up before the final race in 99% of situations. And as long as you carry over playoff points the way that they have them in their current state, you still give a pretty sizable advantage, maybe even a little boost to the playoff points, maybe for the drivers. But in their current format, I mean, I feel like they value your wins in the early part of the season without increasing the chance of a completely irrelevant last month of the season potentially. Hey Sam, how's it going? So that is personally, I am kind of hoping for the 10 race chase. I would not be at all disappointed with a full season points format. Obviously, that makes every race count the exact same. My only worry would be for the TV ratings of, say, fall. What is the? Let me pull up the schedule before I start saying like fall Martinsville or something. Do I go to Unity Raceway? Yeah, I'm there pretty regularly. I had a season pass this past year. I haven't gone and gotten one yet for this year. I'm not even sure if they've started selling season passes for this year, but yeah, I'm up there most weeks throughout the summer. And I will definitely be there for all the Scone Sprint Car events this year for sure. Let's see. NASCAR schedule 2026. Still feels weird that we're already in 2026, but yep. So, but yeah, I'd be worried for the attendance and TV ratings for like the fall Phoenix race in October, as you're both competing against the NFL for TV ratings, and if your championship is already decided at that point, I think that is 2 very big things to keep an eye. Okay, your grandfather races the 96 in the dirt stocks. All right, well, I will keep an eye out next time I'm up at Unity for that. But yeah, so I'd be a little worried for the attendance and viewership of some of those late season races. Now, maybe this will encourage NASCAR to try and make the car perform better at those tracks. But honestly, I don't think it's them choosing to make Phoenix a more boring track. I think it's just something that naturally happens. So, but yeah, so that is my one concern with a full season points format that I would have with a format like that. Again, if we get it, I won't be upset. Again, personally, my vote would be for a 10 race chase. Not to mention that is what the rumor is that I've been hearing from some of my friends who work in and around ticket sales. Have been talking about. It sounds like that's the direction things are leaning. Again, we're getting ready. We're about 7 minutes away right now from the start of the NASCAR official press conference to go ahead and inform us as to what and to reveal this schedule. So, modified knockout round format, I feel like would be just. I feel like there's a good chance that would end up leading to virtually no change in practice, and hence why I don't think they would do it. But yeah, I could also see, and say that was one of the early renditions that they put out I think it was a 3-3-4 format of a 3 race round, and then 4 round race round for the championship. It was one of the first things that a lot of the media members were talking a lot about. And in my opinion, if a lot of the media members, especially the ones who are employed by entities like Fox or NASCAR themselves, are saying something, it's better than zero chance that we could get it. So, again, we are, we're a little under 6 minutes away. So, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to. I'm starting to get that racing itch. I can't wait for the NASCAR season to start back up. Again, as we did last year, we will be here for almost every single race. I have only got 2 races I'm going to in person for the Cup Series, so I will obviously not be here for those. And both tracks also have fairly spotty signals, so I'm not sure I'll be able to stream much at the track. But those races will be Pocono in June, in early to mid June, and then I will also be at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, my home track. It's like 3 hours away. But yeah, so those are the 2 races that I will be at for, and trying to bringing some kind of live coverage, whether that's in the form of some short clips or something, or and certainly at the track race breakdowns after the fact will certainly be a part of that. But yeah, as I said, we're 5 minutes away from the announcement. Waiting this one out. But yeah, what are some of the races you guys are going to? I always like to hear what tracks people are looking to check off bucket lists. I've got a list of tracks I'd like to go to. Ironically, this year I'm not going to be checking off any tracks. Pocono and New Hampshire, both tracks I've been to before. In fact, I've covered both of them before in some form or another here on the channel. But yeah, so we are, we're closing in Bowman Gray Stadium on February 1st. That's going to be exciting. Then we get an off week right before Daytona, where we get the Daytona duels on Thursday, February 12th, into the Cup race on the 15th, and I will be able to cover the full weekend for Daytona Speed Week, so that is all good. Hey Trev, how's it going? You ready for a race season? I was just saying, I'm starting to get that itch. It's here. One thing I did want to ask you guys about is, what would you guys like to see me cover in terms of the Rolex 24? Because I don't think I probably won't be able to stream the full 24 hours, obviously, for I feel like pretty obvious reasons. But would you guys like to see me stream like the Final Four? Would you guys like to see some sort of content like that? But because obviously, as we're getting ready for, we got Rolex 24 this month. We've also got the Chili Bowl Nationals starting this week. I will have to wait and see. I'll have to see what the schedule is for the main event, because I definitely want to at least see the finals between the A main between like Christopher Bell and Kyle Larson, both dueling it out for, what is it, their 4th Chili Bowl Nationals win. So again, a lot of auto racing starting up. I originally was gonna try and make it to the IndyCar NASCAR doubleheader at Phoenix, but unfortunately things just kind of didn't come together. Not to mention prioritizing some of the other races that I'm going to, so won't be at Phoenix this year. That was an event that really kind of was catching my eye, but we are, we are 3 minutes away, just chilling out here. But yeah, getting stuff ready for the new NASCAR season. In terms of content here on the channel, I'm gonna try and have basically one. I'm gonna try and have at least one preseason video out per week, um, up until the Clash on the before the final week of January for the Clash. So later this week, probably Thursday or Friday, I'm gonna try and have a video out. And then next week, probably sometime midweek, like Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll try and have another preseason video out. And then the 26th through the 30th is going to be our first full week of going full force ahead with content. Should be some kind of content every day, whether that's going to be here on the channel proper, or if that'll be in my form of because I'm also a collaborator over on the Lap Down podcast, which I believe the link to that should be in the description if it is not already. But yeah, we are all set. Let me see. I also revamped the Creator Studio, so I can't actually find where do I check my details or description. Yeah, they went and moved stuff. Oh wait, there it is. Stream settings. Edit. Let's see. Yep. So lap down. Link to the lap down is in the description. So if you guys want to check out that and hear me and some other friends talking more about NASCAR, feel free to check that out. But we are now 60 seconds away from live here on YouTube for the championship format announcement. Waiting on NASCAR to start it up. But yeah, again, looking forward to it. Again, can't wait to see what we're gonna get for a championship format. I feel like once we know that, because like some of my ideas, it's like, okay, video idea, ranking drivers. Well, I mean, I could rank drivers based on what an assumed format is, but it's a lot easier to try and rank how you think a driver will do on the season as a whole. Once you know what format they're going to be racing in. If it's all about all you need to do is get a win to get into the playoffs. Obviously, that changes how and what drivers you look at as this guy could go and win that championship. So there will be a preseason kind of power rankings video. I don't know if that'll be the first one I do or not, but yeah, I'm looking at that. I've also got bold predictions episode that I'm gonna try and put together as one of those two. I think those might be the two ideas I have for my pre-clash content, and then again once we get rolling on into the Clash at Bowman Gray Stadium, should be a full week of content, and I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys are too. Again, that's just a bit of channel update while we're waiting for NASCAR. NASCAR is not officially late yet, according to my phone. But yeah, we are just waiting on this one. But yeah, as I say, if you guys like to see more live streams like this, where I'm just kind of talking NASCAR and basically just doing a live episode of Running with the Pack, feel free to let me know. Because certainly one of the things I will say I've learned over the years of covering NASCAR is I do probably prefer live streaming over the pre-made videos, just because I can interact and answer questions directly in real time. I mean, you guys can put a comment in the chat right now, and I can answer that question right away. Here we go. So, showing off some of the first couple years of the chase. Then, yep, there's Jimmy. Jimmy 1, 2, year 2, year 3 in a row. And so, going through all the history of the championships, Jimmy's 4th. And then the 2010 battle between him and Hamlin. So, I will say, going year by year through the through the chase format, and so far they've only shown the years of the chase where it was there. And yep, there's the 2011 championship. One of the most heartbreaking for me as a Carl Edwards fan to go ahead and see that one. Then the 2012 battle between Jimmy Johnson and Brad Keselowski, where Keselowski was able to take that Miller Lite Dodge. That is a beautiful paint scheme. I hope they do a throwback to that at some point. Then 2013 with Jimmy Johnson again. And then we get into 2014. Oh, there we no, they're back in 2012. Never mind. They looping back around and showing a couple of quick flashes of some of the newer championships, but they stopped the championship format kind of recap there at 2013, which covers only the years of the 10 race chase. So I'm kind of curious. Let me get some subtitles up here so I can figure out what they're actually saying. Closed captions. There we go. Oh, they don't have them. All right, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and keep it low for copyright reasons, but all right, so we got Steve O'Donnell, the president of NASCAR here. Another thing we didn't really cover was in the fallout of the lawsuit, Steve Phelps did resign last week, so yeah, again, they're talking about some of the other tragedies as well that have befallen NASCAR this past month. Because NASCAR had a really rough month this past month. All right, so you got. I can't really see. It looks like I think that's Chase Briscoe and Ryan Blaney sitting right behind O'Donnell here for the announcement. Two of the younger guys. And say Blaney's got a big mustache. I don't remember his mustache being that big. Winning still has to matter. Absolutely. Consistency mattering. That's another good point. Two very good points there so far, O'Donnell. Okay, so every race mattering and winning still mattering. Two very good points, but I think that could very easily still fall on either of the top two formats that we put in the chat. Oh, the chase is back. Ten race chase format. Yep. So 16 drivers, 10 unique tracks. Okay, so yep, 10 chase races. So it's a 10 race chase format. All right, that's what it is going to end up being. All right, so, okay. Ooh. So no more winning you're in. Absolutely, that was the number one thing that had to happen. And a bigger advantage for in points for winning. And okay, and then a breakdown. So first over 16th gets an automatic 100-point breakdown. Okay, I'm liking the sounds of this so far. 100-point swing, 50-point swing from the 1 seed down to the 6 seed. I'm liking the sound of a lot of this. I mean, I try not to be overly kind of like the overly negative side of things. One, I don't think I try to be genuine with you guys here on the channel first and foremost, but I'm genuinely excited about this. I mean, one, it was kind of what I was hoping for, and two, the execution on it seems to be better. So previously, the points for a win was only 40 points, so you can make up half of a win with just good performance in the stages. Now the points for the win is more, so you get 55 points for a win as opposed to 40. So a max points weekend is now 76 points if you get the assuming Xfinity fastest lap returns, and then top 16 drivers in points will qualify for the chase. I'm loving almost every piece of this so far. And say, so yeah, they have Elliott, Blaney, and Briscoe are the three drivers they have behind Junior and Martin here for the announcement. So yeah, I'm really excited about this though. It's like 10 race chase is back. So yep, 10 race chase is back. We got ourselves a new championship format. I'm excited about this. So yeah, I'm definitely excited for this one. I think there's a good balance of effectiveness. I think again, obviously we'll have to see it in person. And obviously I won't be at any of the chase races, but but yeah, I mean I'm really excited for this. This as a whole, I think is a major win for the for NASCAR as a whole. I don't really care. I'll catch up on those on their testimonials and whatnot from Mark Martin and Dale Jr. and all that later. But yeah, all in all though, the first and foremost, the no winning you're in, that is a major improvement. So now fight for 16th in points will stay that fight for 16th in points. There won't be any moving up and down the list. I think that is a major improvement. No questions asked. First and foremost, I think that is a major improvement over the knockout round format that we had with the winning you're in. I like the fact that they're increasing the points for winning to keep winning important, but it's not like you can't overcome. Not it's not like the person who wins the most races automatically gets the championship, which is obviously a flawed system in that of itself. So there we go. Yep, as a chase and chase. Yep, chase and chase announcing the chase. Yep. Would have been really funny if they had a third chase. Not sure who the third chase would have been. Parker Chase, maybe. I think that's NASCAR Xfinity Series driver, but as I Mark Martin just said the quote about the classic fans who stopped watching during the chase era. I feel like, I mean, you lost classic fans throughout every part of the era. I think you will get some of them back, and honestly, I mean, absolutely no disrespect to any of the kind of older or more traditional fans. I don't think that this should be an absolute. I don't think like announcing this as the format should be an absolute like gut punch to anybody. Like, yeah, I think you can be disappointed that we didn't get a full season points format. I know a lot of people were rooting for that, but I think this is as Mark Martin said, I think this is a good compromise between the full season championship fans and the fans who want the latter months of September, October, and November to mean something. I think this is a good compromise, and I think it's gonna be an exciting season. Again, every race is going to matter. Those first 26 races, that's setting yourself up for a potentially really big advantage on points. And I'm curious to see what the fight for that one seed at the end of the regular season in Daytona is gonna be like. I think that's gonna be really exciting down the stretch. Um, when is New Hampshire? I might get to see the one seed get clinched if it gets clinched a week early. Because yeah, I'll be at the second to last race of the regular season in New Hampshire. That is gonna be fun. Again, I mean, I totally understand where some people are probably gonna come from, but I think that plus the battle, because again, every seating position is 5 to 10 points more. And again, I mean, just the gap from first to sixth place, I mean, that automatically is a 50-point deduction. So you lose 50 points just going from the 1 seed down to the 6 seed. And we've seen in the past, sometimes the battle for the regular season championship is a 3 or 4 race thing. So there we go. All right, but yeah, so I'll probably stay on here just chatting it out with you guys for another 15, 20 minutes. If you guys have any topics for the upcoming NASCAR season you guys like to bring up, anything you guys want to mention about the format, I mean, obviously, go right ahead. Chat is completely open. So right now they got Ryan and Blaney talking about it, but I'm stoked. I like the announce of the announce of this press conference. I think this is going to work out a lot better than the previous format. You won't have as many situations where, like, for example, a Joey Logano who enters as the 16 seed isn't gonna just because of wins and whatnot won't automatically jump right up to the 5 seed, even if he sneaks in as like the 16th driver on points. Let's say he has 2 or 3 regular season wins. Say the fact that they aren't directly rewarded for that is kind of interesting. I'm not sure that that's the way I would have gone about it if I was designing the points format myself, but it's not bad. Again, obviously, we'll have to see it in practice. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this, though. I think the but yeah, there we go. All right, but yeah, again, I think we covered most. I think we covered most everything I had on my list. Obviously, NASCAR coming off a tough month. Looking forward to a really exciting NASCAR season. Hopefully, you guys are excited for it as well. And again, gonna try and have at least one preseason video up this week and next, building up for the Clash, and of course the week of the Clash, we're gonna be going full on NASCAR, getting ready for the season. Hopefully, you guys are excited for that. Yeah, if you guys are excited for the NASCAR season, feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. And yeah, I think I'm probably going to just end this one off here unless there's any last minute questions. But until next time, hopefully you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys next video. Live stream, whatever you guys decide to do with the rest of your day. Have a great day, everybody, and goodbye!